Thank you all for joining us today for the GPAC postgame press conference. We have head coach Justin Wieck and student athlete Drew Blair from the University of Minnesota Duluth. Bulldogs are advancing to the 2024 NSIC basketball tournament semifinals after their quarterfinal win here over Augustana today. We'll start off with an opening statement from head coach Justin Wieck and then open it up for any questions. Coach?
Yeah, thanks. Just a great basketball game. I thought our guys, to their credit, played extremely hard. Give a lot of credit to Augustana. They've gotten so much better throughout the year, like they always do with Coach Billiter. Great atmosphere too, right? You're not going to hear me complain about playing on the road in the conference tournament. Our guys were excited about it ever since they won on Wednesday to play in here, but also to have a great atmosphere. I know our guys were pretty excited about that opportunity. So great day of basketball in here, like always. Our guys just made so many big plays. Drew obviously had a monster night with 35, and I don't want to overshadow that. But we also had a lot of guys that made some big plays, whether it was offensive rebound putbacks, a couple of assists, a couple of block shots. Our team is so deep. We got 9 guys that we play, and everybody contributed to this tonight. So we're excited about the win. You don't get a lot of 4 versus 9 regional ranked teams in a quarterfinal of a conference tournament very often. So credit to our guys to pulling out this win, and I know they're excited about what's to come here in the next couple of days.
Coach, how big was the run there at the end of that first half there going into halftime?
Yeah, I'll call it the Drew Blair run, right? Like that was pretty cool. He's got the ability to do that. I mean, it was huge to go from, I don't even know what it was, but to go from a 3 or 4 point game to a 10-point game really quick at the end, I thought gave us a good cushion. Last play of the half, I was calling for some sort of play with the ball screen, and then finally it was like, all right, everybody get out of the way and see what Drew can do. And he just hit another big shot. So he's obviously been one of the best players in this league for a long time. And he's right on par with, being a player of the year type candidate. There's a couple other guys that really deserved it too, but I know he's motivated a little bit by that here this weekend. But at the end of the day, he's been a guy that's won a ton of games for us, and that's what it's all about for him. So I know the points are good. First thing he said was 6 assists. That might be a career high, right, which is awesome. So we're excited about the win. Our program has been here before. These guys have been here before and played in these atmospheres. And if you can get on a little mini 6-0, 8-0 run, those things are huge this time of the year, and we had a couple of those tonight. So just a great effort by all of our guys.
What do you feel like the difference was when they made the push there? I think there was 8 or 9 minutes left, get it within 4, and then you guys just kind of went on a little bit of a tear. It might have been 12 straight points, and really were able to just kind of put it in the bag.
Well, I think from their standpoint, they made shots, and they've been doing it pretty much all year. It's those guys, Graves and Fink and Lewis, have started to hit them now. Those guys have gotten their team's gotten so much better, but those guys have down the stretch have been making a ton of shots. So they threw their punches a little bit back at us, but we've kind of talked a lot this year. The saying of "don't flinch," right? We don't flinch, and we've been taking, because of what we did last year and how good our program's been here for a while. We don't sneak up on anybody, so we get everybody's best shot, like some other teams do in our league. So there's going to be some ups and downs in a game, but our guys have that composure. They've been here before. They know how to play. They know how to correct mistakes on the fly. If you do something wrong one time, or even if you're doing what you're supposed to do, maybe making an adjustment. So our guys don't flinch. That's kind of how we've been all year. And I thought today was a really good showing from that standpoint. I probably should call more timeouts to stem some momentum, but I got a ton of faith in these guys to keep playing. And after it got down to 4, all of a sudden it's back to 11 really quick. I got a ton of faith in these guys, and they definitely delivered today.
Drew, 42 points in the paint for you guys. I mean, what sort of point of emphasis, to get the ball down low and work there against this team in particular? I mean, can you sort of walk me through, how much of an emphasis it was to really work down low?
Yeah, I think overall, we'd like to every game play inside out. Obviously, we trust our bigs down there. We got good 4s that can play on the blocks, and then we got good athletic wings that can also play down there if we get mismatches. We know. They were kind of blitzing some ball screens too, which kind of allowed Charlie and Maddie and those guys to get downhill. So obviously, I think overall just playing inside out, getting downhill and throwing it in the post kind of create stuff from the outside for us guys too. Obviously, 42 points in the paint's great. I think we shot 50-ish% from the field, 50 right on the dot. So, I mean, we're just going to keep that up and keep continuing to play inside out.
After the game, you said, we can do this because we're old. But really, you've got several coaches on the court is what it feels like to me, just watching the huddles. And you allow that, but you still have control. Just both of you talk about having some coaches on the court like that.
I mean, I think for me, I think it's probably built up over the couple of years. I mean, I've obviously had the pleasure of having an unbelievable relationship with him. He kind of lets me, obviously he's the main boss, but he kind of lets me control some stuff out there. I always go to him with what I see, and for the most part, he listens to me when it's just. But I think just having guys that are leaders and old guys that have done this before, like we said, and been in so many big games like this, and together knowing what each other like, knowing what each other do, even people's reactions, we just know how to keep each other calm. So I think that's a huge part, and obviously, ultimately, him letting us kind of be who we are out there, and at the same time, trusting each other and knowing who we're going to fall on and what leaders we got out there too.
Yeah, I'll just add on that. I mean, these guys are the ones, these guys are out there and they're feeling the defense and they're reading what's going on. And sometimes coaches, I think we make it a little bit too difficult. You get something stuck in your head of what you want to do. I got some, Drew obviously leads that way. We got so many smart players that know how to read a defense and know how to adjust on the fly, like I talked about earlier. And that's one of the, it's one of the things that I think is really helpful with an old team. So I got a ton of trust in these guys. If they've got an idea, as long as it's not crazy, right? I don't know. You probably had a couple crazy ones here or there, but for the most part, we'll try something, a possession, and it doesn't work all the time. But my plays don't work all the time either, right? So it's about letting these guys have that trust and have that freedom, build that confidence in them. That's what I've always been about, is try to build confidence in these guys. And what a day. You look at maybe the two best players in our league. I think both had 35 in back-to-back games. That's pretty darn cool, and hopefully some more fun games to come here down the stretch.
Drew, just a final question for you. Being back here multiple times, obviously going to the semifinals multiple times, what does that mean for you being a part of this program and being able to make it here year in and year out?
Yeah, it's been special. Obviously, right now I'm trying to focus on where we are now. Trying to win the next game. I'll probably be able to look back on it and smile and kind of cherish that a little bit more when this thing comes to an end, hopefully not too soon here. But yeah, it's been awesome. Couldn't ask for anything better. Wouldn't want to play for anybody else or for any other university, so I obviously love it. I've loved being a part of this kind of change in the program from where it was 5, 6, 7, 8 years ago to where we are now. It's been pretty special, pretty cool. To kind of be a part of that leadership group that takes it like that with him. So obviously it's awesome. These games are so fun to play in. This is why we do it, why we lace them up. So I'm going to enjoy the rest of them, and hopefully we can keep knocking on some wins here.
Awesome. Coach Drew, thank you for your time for the post-game press conferences, sponsored by GPAC.